Hey, what's up guys? Team's been hard at work building a new learning plugin. Just wanted to give you a sneak peek of some of the features, noting that these features may change before the release at the end of this year. Got BScore open, and I've selected learning from the side panel here. It takes you to the dashboard, gives you a list of all the different lessons that are available to you. From here you can favorite and unfavorite. You can also launch and edit any of the courses, and noting that there's an import button, so any of the courses that you built with our legacy courseware builder, you will be able to import those in and they'll work with the new architecture. Start by showing you some of the editing features. First page on here lets you set the title and description for your course as well as the logo. You can set up a list of glossary terms that you can use in your information cards, determine how you want to grade your course, and set up flags that are used for logic that I'll show you in a little bit. Then you have your track. This is how your course is organized, and we break it down into what we call cards, and these are just actions. I want to be able to change the background or load a 3D model, zoom to a component, or present information in different ways. And so you can take any of these different cards. We will use info card, and I can drag those onto the track, and then I can just as easily delete those. Then if you go in here and double click any of these components, you can start editing the cards. So this one sets the background, and you can choose the picture. Next one down is an information card where you can set the title and different information that you want to show. This one happens to have multiple pages. Then you can get into loading in different 3D models, changing the camera position, and then these can be assigned to components as well. So it doesn't have to be a specific XYZ location. You can say I want to zoom to, in this case, an engine. Then you have your media. These are all the images, documents, videos, audio files that you're going to use when building your course. And then we have the question bank, which allows you to set up all your different questions. And those can be multiple choice, multiple select, and true and false. Going to go back to the dashboard now. We'll launch our course. And so we were showing you this on the track earlier. So set the background to a VSCode logo. This is my information card. I do have some glossary terms. Those are indicated with the highlighted text here. And then as a user, I had showed you before how it has multiple pages, so I can next through those. Again, showing how you can present different images in the background, different types of information. And as we move through here, we're going to get into loading the 3D model. So it's loading each one of our different systems right now. And the cool part with learning is that it's all built on a workspace. So if you used BScore before, and in this case we have our B29 demo. So if you've flown around using this, it's all the same data. We're loading the same 3D models. We can use the same information behind it, the same documents, and you're creating courses on top of that. So now we're using the 3D model and zooming to different parts to present and visually show you what it is that we're looking for. One of the newer features is this like choose your own path. And so this is where the logic comes in with the different flags. We're able to create chapters, and a chapter is just a group of different cards. And anytime I hit one of these buttons now, using that logic, it jumps to that chapter. And so let's say I want to learn about the landing gear first. I can click that, and it'll zoom me over to the landing gear and present that information. Then I can go through, let's learn about the engine. Again, when we were talking earlier, these are tied to the specific components. So it's actually finding the component in the workspace, selecting it and zooming to it, versus going to a camera location. Benefit with that is as your workspace matures, obviously engine's not going to move, but say it was something like a valve or a smaller component, and that ends up moving to a different location on your asset, you don't have to go back in and adjust your course because this card is tied to that specific component. As your workspace changes, the lesson will change with it. Showing that it doesn't have to just be text in here. It can be images, videos, etc. We'll go back to the turret. And with this, like, choose your own adventure, like, if you wanted to go back and learn about the landing gear again, you could. And then because it's all in B-Score, I still have the ability to actually move around the 3D viewer. So I could actually jump in 3D viewer and zoom around and look at different components if I wanted to. So go ahead and wrap this up. Then takes me into the question bank that we put together. We had 5 different questions that we set up, and then we set up our quiz to randomly pick 3 of those different questions. Go through and answer these. I'll purposely get one of these wrong. We'll say it's coming out last year. And this is an example of having multiple select. Now when I submit, I get my question wrong, so I'll go back in and retry. Built by Boeing, comes out later this year. This time I passed. And one of the cool things is if you go to review, and you could have done this with the wrong question as well, you can give any type of remediation in here. So if there was more information that you wanted to present, you can do that through the question bank. All right, and that completes our demo / sneak peek of what's coming in learning. Again, comes out later this year, and these features could change. There's still quite a bit of things to be implemented, but we love any feedback that you have. And if you want to learn more, go to our website and reach out via the contact us page. We'll see you later.